Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a happy Labor Day, relaxing weekend. Happy to see the people who are here. I told Brian I thought it would be a small group because I know a lot of people coordinate vacation with Labor Day. So I appreciate everybody being here. For those of y'all out having fun, you're missing out, is all I'm saying. Brian is under the weather, so I am hopping in at the last minute. I'm a little bit rusty, so I appreciate your patience. And we will dive right in. So welcome to our September 7th community partner team meeting. And today's focus is going to be on getting a better sense of what our organizations do. So if you're joining remotely, if you would put your name and who you work for in the chat. And we will begin with breaking news. First, we'll start with participants. Is there anyone in the audience who has breaking news to share? I have some flyers for upcoming events that I'll be showing.
I have something to
want to hear
share.
from you guys.
I have something to share.
Okay.
It's Amy Smith Thomas here. And Shannon already knows this. I have a new assistant. His name is Hunter P. And he is a Spanish major. So now we're going to be able to have more ESL classes and get the Hispanic community more involved. So good news.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And it looks like you got a haircut too. I like it.
I did. Thank you.
You know, most days I would be griping about, man, I got to put a wig on. But I'll just tell you, when I found out Brian was sick, and I was running around the house, I was like, oh, thank the good Lord I have a wig today. So, anybody else? Breaking news. If not, we will proceed. September 9th, which is actually Saturday, we've got the Freedom Through Recovery Rally. This is presented by the Southern Kentucky Reentry Council. I feel sure that there will be some of you all at this event, participating in this event. If your organization is not participating, I would highly recommend going. It's a very
Leslie, that's been canceled.
Oh, it's been canceled.
This has been canceled. I'm on the reentry board. I'm the nominations chair. It has been canceled due to things not going the way that they were planned to go. We have a golf scramble tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have a golf scramble tomorrow, and that's taking the place of that. And that golf scramble is at I'm getting the flyer here, Kenny Perry's Country Creek Golf Course, and it starts at 8 a.m. Registration is at 7 a.m.
Okay, ignore everything I said because the golf scramble is going to be 10 million times better.
but thank you, Leslie.
You're welcome. Sorry, Brian had loaded most of the slides, so my apologies there. But yes, Amy, that may be something. If you can send that to me, we can make sure and get that out as well, or to Frank, either one.
Okay, I can send it to you and Frank, no problem. Thank you.
All right. Well, this update, but it looks like it's already happened. Maybe, Mike, do you want to share any updates about this event?
Yes. So the next expungement clinic is happening at the Opportunity Center in Bowling Green on September 21st would be the next one.
Okay. So, and how did the one on the 31st go?
It went really well. I sent some of my inmates that I taught in jail. Some of them were released, and they had former or prior charges. But I have a short story. I have one guy that I've been helping with this expungement process since the end of May. It was so sad because he's been trying to find somebody to help him, and we finally, he got to the right person. His charges were from 33 years ago, and it has kept him from being able to get the job that he wants to get. And now he's in the process of getting those charges expunged. So,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, it was a sad story. He was at 33 years ago. I'm not going to say any details, but he was with the wrong person at the wrong time. And he was also charged for something that he really didn't do, but he was there. So,
My goodness. You need to, if he's agreeable to it, that would be a great story to share.
he would
Yeah.
he would not mind that at all.
I mean, that would be fantastic because, I mean, whenever something like that happens, you think, okay, how can I use this and make this a good thing? And the very first thing that pops into my head is you need to share this with others because, it shows how powerful these expungement clinics are. And it also shows, our young people, if you're with the wrong person at the wrong time, it can impact your life forever. So, all right, moving on. The New American Job Fair, we've got an update. Is Miss Anna present? If not, okay. Anna, do you want to share any thoughts, updates on how you think the New American Job Fair went?
Yes, we had our second net, the New American Job and So good morning. We had got our second net New American Job and Education Fairs in August 24 with around 15 different employers and 15 different organizations that support the New American. And you can see it was a great activity with more than 300 participants, but for more or different New American communities that we have in this area. Around, 32% of Hispanic community, 28% from the Swahili community, 27% of Burmese, and it was incredible because we have 19 American participants. So all of our promotion it was not only for New Americans, so American people really wanted to be present. And many people, you can see, we are so happy, and now we are in the process to understand all the information for this, the different community, different place, and follow up the application. Tyson definitely was the company that received a lot of application, and we are working directly, South Central directly with Tyson, the economics manager, to follow all of this. Thank you, and thank you, Leslie, for all your support to all the videos, all the promotion for this. And we come back next year on the first next New American Job.
I mean, it was truly a huge team effort. So many of our partners just, everybody pitched in for this. You can see the number of people who attended. It was just, some events you go and there may be just a few people show up, and you can look at just this one picture and realize that was not the case at this event. And it was just, it's always a good day to go to these kinds of events because it is encouraging to see how excited and how happy and how determined people are. They want a job. And a lot of times we see the opposite of that. So going to a big gym full of people looking for a job and are happy about it, wow, that is a very encouraging thing. So yes, it was a very good event. Anna, you did tons and tons and tons. And I mean, it is gonna change people's lives. So I hope we can get to the point where maybe we do this twice a year. I think that would be probably the max that we could do, just because it is such a big event. But that's my hope. At some point we can do 2 a year. All right, we've got a hiring event at the Bowling Green Kentucky Career Center. There are some changes that I need to update on the employers attending. I don't know if Tony is there to talk to this, or Frank. Any updates on this event?
No. We're looking forward to many employers being in the building. Last year, when we had a person where we had over 350 job seekers in the building, about 12 employers. Successful this year. It is a team effort. All the partner agencies. We're developing office, keeping up all their office spaces, cubicles. We do expect a large.
Okay, you're okay. You don't have class
gathering
today.
this year.
All right, so September 13th, if you have folks who are looking for work, this would be a fantastic event to go to. Multiple employers will be on site. So please consider sharing this as well. Metcalfe County, we've got a talent. It's going to be on a Thursday instead of Tuesday, so we renamed it Talent Thursday. Jake, Bianca, are either one of you all in attendance?
We are in attendance.
All right.
So Metcalfe County, September 21st, we do have a few employers that are already signed up. So we're looking forward to that. If you are in Metcalfe County or in the surrounding area, please send your people there. We would love to have them. We've had really good turnout for the last couple of events that we've had in Hart County. We had about 25, 26 people, so that was really good turnout. And we're hoping for really good turnout in Metcalfe County this year as well. I also want to mention, Leslie, I'm not sure if you have the flyer for it, maybe you do, but the Hero Center, I'd love to make an update on that while I have it.
Okay.
So on the Hero Center as well, we'll be doing an event there on September 27th. I wasn't sure if there was a flyer for that on those PowerPoint slides, but we did it last April, and we had really good turnout, about 60 people, about 20 companies, including some partners were there as well. So we're doing that in conjunction with the Housing Authority. It'll be at the Boys and Girls Club gym. So lots of people looking to turn out for that, lots of companies. So looking forward to that event as well. If you have any questions on either of these events, please email me or Bianca. And there should be an email on that flyer. I don't know if it's cut off at the bottom there, but skabsd@yourteam.com. Feel free to ask us any questions.
All right, very good. I don't know if he's got the hero thing. No, but he's got Motivated for Change loaded up. Mike, anything you want to say about this? I know it's got a lot of words, but we wanted to make sure and set the tone and communicate, since putting Kentuckians first is a new initiative. We wanted to make sure people understood. So Michael, anything you would like to add in addition to what we're seeing right now?
Yeah, I would just set the premise of events like this is our goal with the service providers and the wraparound services is to meet the people where they're at as often as we possibly can. So with this event, if we're looking in Barron County, like Barron and the Metcalfe area, where we're trying to reach that reentry or diversion population, we don't have the ability right now to do pre-release classes inside the detention center. So we got together and thought, like, what's the next best thing? U-Turn, where we're going to be hosting this at, is the court monitoring company for the Barron judicial system. So people that are under ankle monitoring and required paperwork for testing and everything else like that. That's where they're required to go. So we're showing up to where they're required to go to try and meet that population and try and get them really motivated for that change, moving in the right direction, trying to take that next step to recovery and reentry once they're already released. So I'm pretty encouraged by the event. I think all the partners are excited about it, and we're hoping to make it a regular thing. And in some of those areas where we don't have the ability necessarily to get into the detention facility, we have the ability to try and do something like this. So
Well, and I think it's the same, it's the same concept as Shannon doing the career coach on call. You go, we need to go out and, because for a lot of individuals, it's difficult to come to us.
transportation is tough.
Yes. So I think as many of these as we are able to do feasibly, the better. And you'll notice as the event gets closer and closer, the more you'll see it on social media. And I encourage you to share the event, because when you share the event, you're sharing the whole thing and people can click if they're interested. And it's just human nature. If you see that 50 people are interested in something, it makes you more likely to pay attention to it. So share the event on the event page. I have the flyer. We'll be adding things to that page as well. But I think this is a very good premise, and it's like a come and go thing, right?
Yep.
Okay. So 10 to 4, individuals do not have to be there the whole time. They come and they'll meet with people, and then they, sort of like an open house type of setup.
We're using this as an intake event for that initial assessment. Like, let's get you involved with us and then figure out your path.
Okay, I couldn't understand any of that, but I'm gonna just give you a thumbs up because I bet it was something good. I don't know if anybody else could. If you're not already, we encourage you to follow us on Facebook. You can do a search for South Central Workforce Development Board, or just type in SCKYWDB and it will take you to our page. I will tell you, just because it's something I see practically in my sleep, we are now up to 2.4 thousand followers. So that's pretty impressive. So, so you may be the one that pushes us up to 2,500 if you're not following us already. Okay, so now we're moving on to the fun part. Understanding each other's organizations. And this is something that Brian and I were talking about, and we know that there have been staff changes with the board. We feel sure there have been staff changes with lots of partner organizations as well. And it's just good as a reminder, hey, here's what my organization does. So we were trying to figure out how can we make this a little bit different. So we're going to give out awards for most creative, most memorable, most informative, and best overall. And you've got 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And here is how I want you to think of this. Number one, it is not a punishment or a bad thing. A lot of people think, oh, if I have to speak publicly, that's bad. I don't want to do that. I'd like you to think about this as, how can I describe my organization differently? This is your chance to sort of, hey, if I had to just cut down my elevator pitch to 3 minutes, how would I do that? And how would I do that in a memorable way? So that's what we're gonna do. We did 3 minutes because we thought that would give everybody enough time to give us a good base understanding and not run the meeting over. So with this contest, I will start timing, or I'll say go and start timing, and you'll have 3 minutes. To be eligible, you don't have to talk the whole 3 minutes, but to be eligible for an award, you have to talk at least 2. Because if somebody says, hey, I'm awesome, that may be the most memorable, but it's not really, it doesn't really tell us anything. So, when you hit 3 minutes, the alarm I had set up is not making a sound, so I will just make an annoying sound on 3 minutes. If you hit 3 minutes, what I'll probably do, and y'all tell me just with a thumbs up or nod of heads if this would be helpful. When you hit 1 minute, I can do this. When you hit 2 minutes, just so you have an idea of where you are time-wise, would that be? Okay. So, and then it's not my decision. It will be up to everyone participating in the meeting to vote. And I will show you how to do that in just a moment. All voting is anonymous. And the awards, I am going to create a customized, unique social media post for each winner. So with their, and they will approve it before I post it. So don't worry. But again, it's just a way of getting your organization's name out there and helping us all learn a little bit more. So I will say up front that I am not part of the contest. I am ineligible. My creativity is on the screen right now. So this is completely off the cuff. But I will begin, and I'm not saying this is, the way you should begin. But I would like to explain just a little bit about the Workforce Board. My particular role is with marketing and branding and communication and so on and so forth. But I think the board, for a long time, it reminded me of one of my favorite scenes from The Office. And it's the scene, and Michael's not even in it. It's the scene where Charles, Idris Elba, asks Jim to create a rundown. I need a rundown for this, whatever. And Jim doesn't understand what it is, but he feels like he should know what it is. And the entire episode is that, and it's a great episode. I feel like in a lot of ways, the board is like that. People will say, what does the board do? Oh, you do workforce. Okay. But then that's sort of where it stops. So I'm going to give you a quick analogy. Think of the board as almost like when you're building a house. Have any of you either had a house built or you were your own subcontractor? Maybe a few. Okay. I have had both. And the board, I would like you to think of the board as the home builder, the big contractor. They're in charge of overseeing that everything gets done. They hire experts in their field to take care of particular areas. For us, those experts would consist of, CDO, career team, boat rehab. We have all these different entities that are working in conjunction to keep all this workforce activity together. And we are monitoring funding. We're doing all the oversight, but the experts, the individuals, are doing very specific roles related to workforce. It may be unemployment, it may be training, it may be, what have you. That is one analogy, but does that help you somewhat? Okay, I'm going to take no reaction is absolutely. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, I did not time myself. I should have, and I will moving forward. But what you see on your screen in front of you, this, if you have your phone handy, this will take you directly to a survey. And you don't have to do it immediately, but if you're watching and somebody is like doing a fantastic job and you're like, oh, this person's great, yeah, go ahead and do it. Don't vote 20 times for every single person, but if somebody does great and then another person goes and, oh, that person was amazing, you can do it again. And I will be tallying up the votes and doing a post hopefully later today. So with that being said, this is your chance to explain your organization in a new way, help us understand who you are and what you do, and maybe get some free publicity for the fantastic job you are about to do as well. So 3 minutes. When 3 minutes hits, we got to cut you off. All right. Do I have a volunteer to start?
I'll go, Leslie. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'll take one for
Thank
the team.
you, Amy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, ready?
I'm not really good at this, so.
You are good. Ready? Go.
Okay, well, I'm Amy Smith Thomas. I've been teaching for 23 years. I teach at our jail. I teach the Kentucky Christian Recovery home, and I also, of course, teach here at Butler County Adult Ed. I feel that everybody has a purpose, and that's what the motto is here at Butler County Adult Ed. If I can help somebody find their purpose, I think I've done my job, because if you find your purpose, then you can succeed in all the goals that you set for yourself. And I say this little slogan a lot. Sometimes you have to be the horse and sometimes you have to be the cart. Sometimes I'm pulling the cart, but sometimes I need somebody to help pull me too. So that's the way I use that a lot in my classroom, because sometimes your students, they help you just as much as you help them. And I have Hunter here, who is an ESL teacher. I'm thankful to have him here. I've had 4 people from 4 different countries in here, and out of those 4, all 4 of them now have jobs. Dimitri now has a job. We've been working on that for a while. He is working for the Bowling Green City Chambers. I don't know his technical job, what he's doing, but he is employed, and so is the one from China, and so is the one from Guatemala, and so is the one from United Kingdom. So I think that's pretty cool. I love having all the people from different countries. And then basically with expungement clinics, we've been doing really well with that. I'm glad we have Michael on the team now too, along with Aaron and Shannon and all that good stuff that's going on at the Betterment Club and at the jail. We have one guy that was just released, and he had $10,000 in his bank account when he got out because of our Betterment program, where he worked, and we set up an account for him. And Shannon and Michael, he's going to know more about this later on too. So when he got out, he wasn't broke. He had a backpack, he had an ID, and he had $10,000 in his checking account.
That is
that's a good thing.
amazing.
Yes, that's a good thing. And then, of course, the expungement clinic with the one that's been trying to get expunged for 33 years. We've got him on board too. So that's it. That's all I've got to say.
Very
Thank you.
good, very good. Amy made the 2-minute mark. Very good job.
Thank you.
Very good job. You had 48 seconds to spare. So excellent, excellent job.
Thank you. Thanks,
Very
everybody.
good. Who's going next?
Let me mute myself.
I'll go next.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Ready, go.
I also am not good at this, so don't judge. But my name is Cameron Charlo. I work at Life Skills. Life Skills provides mental health and developmental services for folks in our 10-county region. I have been with Life Skills for 14 years on the developmental service side. And in my new role, I am the community outreach and employment manager. So we help individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities, and then other folks who have different limitations, either physically or mentally, gain and maintain community employment. And so obviously super rewarding. Nothing's better than helping someone who the society views as someone who would never be able to contribute through working in the community, maybe in a sheltered workshop, but not in a mainstream job. Get a job and be a valued employee, build relationships in that job, and earn a paycheck. And so that is obviously the why behind what we do. And we actually helped a gentleman who had been trying to find a job on his own for years with no success, had lots of phobias, couldn't even ride in a car with our employment specialist for more than a few minutes without having to stop to go to the bathroom because his nerves were so bad. He had an interview with the mayor of Scottsville. He obtained a job maintaining the Welcome to Scottsville signs, and is now helping maintain those signs, dig and maintain graves at the cemetery there, and sets up for the community farmers market each week. He is making wonderful money. He has full benefits, is no longer dependent on any benefits, even for health insurance or anything. And so that has been a really sweet success story that we've got to experience. And we have a lot more like that. So we are here to help. And if you know of anybody with an intellectual disability, I can also assist them in applying for any resources or services outside of employment as well that they may be eligible for. So if you'd like my information, feel free to message me in the chat and I can get that to you. I think that's all I got.
Excellent. 23 seconds to spare. So yes, very good job. Very good job. And I will, just as an aside, before he became a postal worker, when I was, I think I was maybe a senior in high school, my dad worked for Life Skills for years, the whole time I was growing up. And some of my favorite memories were him taking me to work with him. And I feel like that instilled in me very early on that you treat everyone with respect. And, you were always very conscious of being kind to everyone.
Absolutely.
And so that had a lot of impact on me personally. So thank you. Thank you
That's
for
awesome.
sharing. All right, we've had two so far. Next up, who we got?
I guess I'll go ahead and go.
Thank you, Denise. All right, Denise, ready, go.
I'm Denise McDonald. I have been the executive director for Logan County Good Samaritan in Russellville for the last 23 out of the last 26 years that they have been open. We originally started as a food bank and a place for financial assistance. we have grown into a little bit of everything. One of our biggest latest thing is our expansion, where we basically doubled the size of our organization, our facility. So that allows us to have room for storage and volunteers to come in and make bags and not be all crowded into this little bitty building that we were in. We also, I do kind of want to highlight one particular case that it encompasses some of the South Central Workforce Board also, as I had a client come in and she was a young single mother and she has 2 children. One was autistic. So she works from home, and she had lost her job because they said she no longer met the work from home qualifications. And although they couldn't really come out and say, your internet's not fast enough, her internet was not fast enough. And that's why she lost her job of 3 years. So as we were discussing, one of the best things about Logan County Good Samaritan is we can make judgment calls, and I can call my president of the board and say, look, I've got this special case. Can I do this special, situation a little differently? And that's what I did with her, because I felt like helping her with the utility bill was going to be just a real quick Band-Aid. But we were able to have her internet installed for FiberNet, and I spoke to her 2 days ago, and she is currently working, making a $5 raise from what she was, up to $21 an hour. And that came through one of the job fairs held at the Workforce Board for the work for home people.
Awesome. That is
So-
awesome.
So we're a food bank, but we do a lot of other things too.
All right, very good. So far, nobody has hit the 3-minute mark. You had 20 seconds to spare, Denise. Very good job. And I should have done this earlier. For the people who have spoken, any questions, comments, feedback from the crowd? Just as a general observation, I think everybody is doing fantastic. I mean, seriously, you really are. Okay, who's going next? Who's going next? Okay, I can't see. It's hard to see the room. All right, is somebody in the conference room going?
Yes. Can you hear?
Just barely, just barely. Is there a mic close?
Yeah.
It may just need to be turned up just a little bit. And it may just be me, I don't know. Okay, go. And who is this again?
Okay, my name's Laura Dayglow, and I'm with WKU Continuing and Professional Development. And the reason I played that song, it was Call Me Maybe. I've only been with the department for 6 weeks, and so I don't know a whole lot. I'm happy for any of you to give me a call, but I'm not sure I can answer your question. So call me maybe. But if you're not familiar with Continuing and Professional Development Department at WKU, it's comprised of 4 areas. There's the Career Workforce Development, Lifelong Learning, Training Resources and Event Planning Services, and Conference Services. So I think the one that's probably most relevant here is the Career and Workforce Development. We have training in communication skills, team building, webinars, custom training, supervisor leadership programs, project management, and Excel training. Some of these courses are funded through the Kentucky Career Center. Wanted to give you an example. So we've got DISC training, if any of you are familiar with that.
computer sales, all those kind of things. But most recently, we had a New York Head Start program who had heard of our department, reached out and talked about some needs they had with their staff. And so Amy Talicki is in our department. She went up and met with this New York Head Start, provided or took, had questions and came up with a customized training program for them. So that was kind of an interesting thing to me. Lifelong learning helps people of all ages and interests enhance their personal, professional and educational lives through non-credit learning opportunities. So one of the big programs there is the Society for Lifelong Learning. It's for members over 50 years old. They can join. Right now they have 200 members and over 51 courses. It's a really sweet program. I've helped register several of the individuals, and they join. It's a way for them to socialize and make new friends. They can take courses, keep their minds active. So that's one of the programs with lifelong learning. There's also if people need a new career, they need a new start, fresh start. They can take classes in medical billing and coding, staff leadership. They can take Excel courses, any of those kinds of things. We also have conference services and training resources and event planning. So an example, we have the Bridal Expo that's hosted next door at the Nicely Center. Our department sets up all that, gets everything together, registers the participants, the vendors, all that. And then recently we had fantasy football, which there were about 200 members that attended that. So
That's a 3-minute mark.
yeah, so like I said, I've only been with the department 6 weeks, so that I just kind of.
Well, you got a lot in. You got a lot in.
Well, yeah, I was just rambling, but
Very
anyway.
good. Very good.
All
All
right.
right. Thank you. Thank you. You'll enjoy it. It's a good environment. I was a corporate trainer there for years, program manager, and Amy Talicki's been one of my best friends since birth. So I can vouch for everything across the board. All right, who's going next?
I did. Did you miss it?
I had some very light.
Well, I kind of had technical difficulties.
Set me in mind, but
Really? You?
go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, am I going? Okay.
So,
Yeah, it's off to a bad start.
so tell me who's
Yeah.
going and I'll start the timer.
No,
Okay. This is Matt
Okay.
from Career Team.
Hang on. Who's going and I'll start the timer.
Matt. Career Team.
you're technical difficulties.
Matt, Career Team.
Okay. All right. So I'm starting the timer. Here we go. Okay, I don't think anybody's talking. So let's see. Priscilla, would you care to go ahead?
I would be happy to go ahead.
Thank you so much.
I'm Priscilla Schwartz. I'm with Passport by Molina Healthcare. I'm one of the 6 MCOs for the state that delivers Medicaid services. We're in all 120 counties. We have a brick and mortar building here in Bowling Green. We're behind Rallies on the bypass. We're at 636 US 31W. We're the gray building. And our members and others can come in. We have computers here. We have a conference room and telephones with landlines, because we see a lot of our homeless population that comes in to use our phone because cell phone service is not always great when you're trying to get through to Social Security to change your bank deposit and that kind of stuff. Our conference room is available to any nonprofit that would like to use it at any time. And the why of why I do what I do, I retired with 32 years of service. The Anthem rep called and said, Passport needs somebody in this part of the state. I had moved from Lake Cumberland, where I'm originally from. I had no contacts or anything in the Bowling Green area. And I said yes to Passport because working with children, they always paid better for glasses and teeth. And little boys need more than one pair of glasses because they break them on the playground. If you know anything about little boys, and love helping our members,
Well,
love
girls
helping
do that.
connect them to services and to help them get what they need and to be able to help people. There are lots of resources out there, and everything that we do, I've done adult ed, workforce, all that. But unless you're healthy, nothing matters. So I will leave with an apple a day keeps the doctor away. If you need anything with Passport, just reach out.
Excellent. All right, and yes, you made it over 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 7 seconds. So far, everybody is in the running. Myself, I'm the only exception. All right, next up, and let's go with people remotely first, just because the conference room, for whatever reason, it's a little bit hard to hear. So Michael, would you mind going next, just so we can keep things moving, get all the info we can? And I will start when you begin speaking.
Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Michael Updegraff, and I'm with Putting Kentuckians First. I'm the navigator for the South Central region. Putting Kentuckians First mission statement is for us to empower all Kentuckians to achieve personal success by building bridges through Putting Kentuckians First initiative that will provide employment, recovery resources, education, training, career services, vocational rehabilitation. And we have a focus on people that are in diversion and reentry pathways. So that being said, the reason behind me coming into this program and what I like to do is it's a concept of building bridges. And my mama is the only one that calls him Michael, used to say, "Hey, Michael, if you're going to be stubborn, you need to be strong." Right. So I try to always come up against barriers and beat them down so that they become the bridge that we walk across. And that's my goal for South Central, is just to be able to spend that time figuring out where the barriers are, where I can help, and really just be that connector point between all of these pillars of excellence we have, right? So when you say, Michael, what do you provide? I don't really, I don't have a budget. I don't have funding where I'm going to come in and pay for a service for somebody. But when we get a person involved in Putting Kentuckians First, I'm able to help be an accountability partner with the person, an accountability partner with the service providers, and use all of these people that are experts in their fields to be able to just accomplish the mission, which is allowing Kentuckians to return to the workforce, especially this untapped resource in this kind of forgotten demographic, to get them productive and moving in a direction that's going to both help them and help their community. So I'm really excited to be here. I think I'm on week 4, and it's been a whirlwind tour, but it's been a great opportunity. And just a little bit about my past when talking about breaking down barriers and building bridges is I retired from the military in 2019 after almost 21 years. And believing in Kentucky, I retired on Friday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and on Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, I moved my entire family back down to Barron County. And I had been gone for 21 years, right? Believe it or not, Barron County, even though we have a wonderful lake, there's no oceans here, so it's not a duty station for a Navy man. So I believe in Kentucky, and I believe in our people and our communities, and that's my personal mission statement for why I'm here and what we do.
Excellent, excellent. You had 9 seconds to spare. So Michael, you are in the running. Everybody's doing awesome. All right. Is there anyone else remotely who hasn't spoken yet? Looks like TJ's left the room. So conference room. Oh, there's TJ. TJ, are you okay with going next? In a second.
I just need to unmute. Yes, I'm happy to go. Sorry
All
about
right. And I will start timing when you start talking. And guys, I'm glad this is being recorded because we're going to stop TJ at 3 minutes. Because I bet she's still going to be talking.
Does my reputation precede me?
If you know TJ,
Because I always have such great things to say, right?
but it's good. TJ is a very interesting person. All right. I will start timing when you start talking.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm TJ Shockley Hunt, and I work here at South Central Community and Technical College in the Workforce Solutions Department. But I've been in workforce for well over 30 years in the region. So I'm very happy and proud to be a part of SkyCTC. I joined the team over here a couple of years ago. So our mission at SkyCTC is to improve South Central Kentucky's economic prosperity through higher education, focused on career development, community partnerships, and economic development within our region. And we're very excited to play a large part in all of the above. So in our Workforce Solutions Department, we offer customized training for employers, and those can be technical, they can be leadership type training courses. So we go in and meet with employers and put together customized training to train their incumbent workers, also pipeline programs. So we offer KCTCS trainings funding, which can subsidize that training for area employers, which is about 75% right now of subsidy. It'll subsidize. So that's a great opportunity for area employers. We recently launched Handshake, which is a platform for area employers to post available positions to link with our students and also all of our alumni here at the college. We offer a variety of certificate type programs. We have a great CDL Class A program, very, very successful placement rates in our region. We offer a Frontline Leadership Academy, which has been one of our most sought after, what I call fan favorites, around leadership, and that includes the DISC assessment. We have a forklift certification program, and we have the next class starting October the 11th. So if you have anyone who is interested in that, please contact us, reach out. We offer Excel courses. We have an apprenticeship program. We have a work and learn program and a Skyflex program. So the Skyflex program is for individuals trying to work who can flex their school schedule around their work. And that's a great opportunity as well. I tell people we're a well-kept secret because individuals throughout our community don't realize what we do. The majority of our students, our full-time students here at the college, graduate debt-free. And a lot of folks can't say that. And that's a great opportunity for individuals. Whether it's high school students who are looking to further their education or adult learners. Our doors are always open. We offer other certification programs as well, not necessarily full degree programs. So if you want more information, please reach out to us. Our email is skyctcworkforce@kctcs.edu.
That's time. That's time.
Can I give my phone number?
Yeah, give your phone number.
Thank you. So I'm gonna give you the main phone number. Hold on. Sorry.
I can stop.
270-901-4337. 270-901-4337. Thank you for letting me go over, Leslie.
Oh, I couldn't make the alarm stop. So. Okay. All right. People in the room. Any suggestions on what would be easiest? Does somebody want to try it with the volume? Just to make sure we can hear, because I want to make sure everybody gets their info out.
Can you hear me, Leslie?
Absolutely.
Okay. This is Matt from Career Team. Are we starting the timer?
Hang on. I got to reset it after my nervous breakdown when it wouldn't stop.
Y'all, I gave Leslie a nervous breakdown. I'm sorry.
Okay, Matt, you're good.
Okay, this is Matt from Career Team. We are at the Kentucky Career Center at 803 Chestnut Street in Bowling Green. We help bridge the gap in between employers and job seekers. And mainly our two services are working with participants, most of our team, and then we've got a two-person business services team that works with strictly businesses. But we all kind of cross over between participants and businesses. With participants, the first thing we offer is trainings. We don't offer them. We offer support for the trainings. Places like TJ's Workforce Solutions offer the trainings. But the most popular ones right now are Certified Medical Assistant, the CDL Commercial Driver's License, Dental Assistant, Emergency Medical Technician or EMT, Forklift, Heavy Equipment, Human Resources, lineman training, phlebotomy, web development, and welding. So those are within the 5 top sectors in our area. And we're happy to help people get the training they need so they can move on to sustainable wages. There's 2 types of trainings that we offer at work sites, which is on-the-job training, where the employer hires the individual and we reimburse the employer for wages. The second is work experience, or WEX, where we hire the individual and the employer kind of gets a test run or a several hour kind of probationary period just to test them out. And like I mentioned, our business services team goes out and meets with businesses, finds out what their needs are. And then that information is relayed back to us, and we know what kind of participants they're looking for, what kind of volume of employers they're looking for, and work that way. Back to participants, I skipped this part. We also offer what's called supportive services, and that's to help people get started with a job, and it could be helping them find a job. So we offer things like boots, shoes, work clothes, equipment, any equipment they'll need to start a new job, tools they'll need to start a new job. We can help with IDs. If a cell phone is something that they're having trouble with keeping up with, that's something we can assist with as well. Participants, we have trainings, on-site work, and supportive services.
Time's up. All right, so, whoops. Okay. So, hopefully you got the biggest part of what you do out there. With Career Team, I will brag on them personally. They are really becoming a well-oiled machine, and they are one entity working out of the Career Center. And you know, it's just amazing to see the growth, and they contribute so very much to what we do as a board. So very good. All right, so Matt was cut off at 3, but again, still in the running. Now, Matt, did you want to cover Career Team, or did you want everybody to do individual?
Oh no, that's what we do.
Okay. All right. Anybody else in the conference room?
Can you hear me?
Is that Frank?
That's yeah, one and only.
All right. I thought that was Frank. All right, let me set my timer. Do we have anybody after Frank? Frank, the last one?
No.
Okay. All right. So Frank, no pressure, but you got to bring us home.
Okay.
You gotta send us off with a bang. Okay.
All right.
All right. I'll start timing when you start talking.
All right. My name is Frank Carabato. I'm what's called the one-stop operator. Something that was developed. This whole one-stop operation system was developed way back in the 1930s. Just essentially what it is in the board area. There are several agencies in the Kentucky Career Center, and I'm kind of like I'm the bridge of all the organizations that belong there. Currently, the organizations that are housed in that building is, and just like my career team, we also have a career development office, which is a state office that runs all the Wagner Pizer operations, the job seeker operations, action with employers. We also have the Office of Employment Insurance. We have the Office Job Corps from time to time. We have the SkyCTC, Adult Learning Center from time to time. And through one of our access points, there are 16 access points in the one-stop operations throughout our board area. We also help assist with the OVR operations at the Glasgow access point. Essentially, as a one-stop operator, again, there are several organizations in our building. They have their own management, they have their own policies, they have their own procedures. My role as one-stop operator, I don't work for any of them, they don't work for me, but I assist in running and maintaining the building and assist with all the customers who come into that building. Customer service is my primary focus. Whoever walks that building, regardless of what partner agency they come to visit, I want to make sure that they're taken care of, as well as the people in the building. A little personal stuff about myself, you know, I retired from the military after 20 years as an airborne ranger.
Is Frank still talking? I can't hear Frank. Can y'all hear Frank? Frank, what are you doing? We can't hear anything.
Leslie, he said his time was up, so go ahead
Oh.
with the next person.
Okay, all right. Well, you had about 9 seconds to go. So, but you did beat the 2-minute mark. Anyone else in the conference room, even if you just want to give a blurb about what you do, final call. All right. So far, one person has voted. One person has voted. So I need everyone to point their phone at the screen and go ahead and vote for a speaker, because it can be, you know, as many of you have said, like, I don't like doing this, I'm not good at this, which you are, you proved it. But let's give people feedback and let them know that, yes, this information was helpful to me.
We got one more, Leslie.
Oh, we've got one more. Okay, I'm sorry. So, all right. So I will start timing when you start speaking, and we are happy to have you bring it home.
Hi, Leslie. My name is Melba Mitchell. I live in Franklin, Kentucky, where we have a little organization called Live the Proof. Our executive director is Tammy McCory, and he started this because he was homeless for several years. And what the organization does, we have a grocery store, we have a cafe, and we have a drop-off center where we house homeless people that are looking for jobs, that have just gotten out of jail, that are new from drug rehab, and people who are going through drug rehab. He also has a place called Eliza's Promise, where it's a transition house where you can go and stay while you're working. While you don't have, you know, a home of your own to stay in, you stay in the housing. We're trying to, right now we're trying to gain money because we're not funded by anyone. So we're taking donations and we're doing different things to raise money for it. On September the 23rd, we're having a masquerade ball. Right now, we're looking for donors and participants to come for the ball. That's why. But that's just, like I said, it's a small organization in our community of Simpson County. where we're trying to make a better life for people that can't do any better at the moment, is what we're trying to do. I've just became a member of the board recently because I am, like everyone else in here says, retirement age, and I'm trying to find something that to do with myself that I can benefit someone else, because I have worked all my life and now I'm trying to help someone else. I hope that I have given enough information for you all to know what our organization is, and I thank you.
Excellent. All right, and you went past the 2-minute mark, so you are good. Excellent job. Live the Proof. Be sure and check out their website. That was designed by Commonwealth Coders, and it looks great. And I can testify to the fact that Live the Proof is, you mentioned a small organization. I would also add that it is quite mighty in doing the things that it is doing. It is, again, making a big impact. And I think the thing that struck me, we're up to 1, 2, we got 4 votes, so keep them coming. I think the thing that struck me the most is that there are so many similarities in why we do what we do. And I think that proves that, you know, at least to me, that, you know, that shows that I'm in the right place. If your goal is helping others and helping better other people, you know, what you're doing counts. What you're doing matters. So again, if you have not filled out the form yet, at least point at it with your camera, open up the link so you can vote as soon as we're done. I don't want us to run long, and we are a few minutes over. There will be no October meeting. We typically do not have a meeting in October due to fall break. November, the topic would be to be announced. So that is something that we need to be thinking about. When I send out the email following up with the results and all that, I'll also include the flyer that Amy Thomas mentioned about the golf scramble, also the Hope Center event. I'll include those as well. If there's anything else you want me to include, I would be happy to share that. So I believe, let's see, we've got, nope, that's it. So that concludes our partner meeting. We made it through technical difficulties, illness, vacation, lots of stuff. But hopefully there was something here today that will help you remember, hey, this is what that organization does. It will help you better put faces to names. And it's just a good reminder for me. Oh, I forgot Sky CTC does that. So hopefully this was beneficial to you. Contest results will be coming soon. Thank you for your willingness to have a little fun with this and hopefully be informed as well. So with no further discussion, we will conclude this month's partner meeting. And in the email, I'll be asking for suggestions for November. Everybody have a great day. Thank you so much for joining us. I know your time is precious, and I appreciate you spending a little while with us today. All right. Thanks so much. See you guys.